Thank you very much. Oh, it's good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Dan Rizzuto. I'm the founder, president, and chief technology officer at Nia Therapeutics. And Nia Therapeutics is developing the world's first brain stimulation therapy for the treatment of memory loss. This is technology that I developed along with my co-founder at the University of Pennsylvania with significant funding from the Department of Defense, and it promises to revolutionize the treatment of memory loss, which is a huge unmet need. 27 million Americans today, 1 in 12, are suffering from memory loss, and no effective treatments exist. Many people don't know, but TBI, traumatic brain injury, one of the primary residual symptoms of having a TBI is memory loss, and these patients have nothing today that is offered to them. Mild cognitive impairment, which is often seen as an early form of Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's disease itself, and even healthy aging, all cause memory loss, and this is a devastating disease that has devastating impacts to patients and their families. These patients have trouble with the activities of daily living, following a recipe, balancing the checkbook. They forget appointments and events. They often end up unemployed, and they withdraw from social activities due to embarrassment about their condition. The Smart Neurostimulation System is a personalized, AI-guided therapy for memory loss. It includes both implantable and wearable components. The cranial implant has the electronics for sensing and stimulating and processing neural data. It's connected to 4 thin leads that make contact with the brain, 64 electrodes that connect with the brain and provide avenues for sensing and stimulating brain activity. There's a wearable earpiece that has the battery that powers the implantable device, and this wearable earpiece also is a connected device that connects to our AI platform up in the cloud. And finally, the cloud-based AI platform uses artificial intelligence to diagnose memory failures, and it delivers a therapy that is able to restore memory function following those therapies. The basic approach is that we collect brain data while patients are performing word memory testing. Our AI algorithms learn to identify memory lapses from each patient's specific pattern of brain activity, and then we build a patient-specific therapy on top of that memory identification to restore memory function to each patient. This is a culmination of over 20 years of research from Mike Kahana's lab at the University of Pennsylvania and $37 million of non-dilutive funding from the NIH and the DoD. These scientific breakthroughs are reported in over 30 publications from our team and protected by 6 US patents. Our published clinical data using a research prototype has demonstrated significant improvements in human verbal memory today. So we've shown in several papers how we can use closed-loop personalized neurostimulation to improve verbal memory, the memory for words, sentences, and stories, just like you're using now to remember what I'm saying. We've shown a 28% boost in memory improvement, in memory performance, using these personalized algorithms to trigger memory improvements during predicted memory failures. Based on these proof of concept demonstrations at the University of Pennsylvania, we've now designed and prototyped our clinical device intended for feasibility studies early next year. Multiple FDA meetings have given us a clear roadmap to IDE approval. We just negotiated our biocompatibility test plan, our large animal test plan with the FDA, and preclinical pilot studies from our team have demonstrated device functionality and the safety of the system. The SNS can unlock a massive market in the US and abroad. The current neurostimulation market is a $6 billion worldwide market growing at a 15% compound annual growth rate, and the SNS can turbocharge this as well. TBI-related memory loss, 898,000 patients in the US today that are serviceable using our technology. That's a $27 billion serviceable market. If we can acquire 5 to 10% of that, as predicted from similar technologies for Parkinson's disease, That in itself is a significant business. But we also believe we can unlock mild cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's disease. All told, this is a massive unmet need. The reimbursement pathway is favorable. We're planning to acquire breakthrough device status. We're planning the application this quarter, which could unlock a significant payment boost from Medicare. Key reimbursement codes are already in place that cover very similar devices for Parkinson's and epilepsy. We would slot in to those existing payment codes. 2025 Medicare payments are $55K and double that routinely by private payers. And we believe we can also unlock new coding for innovative functionality like earpiece upgrades and software upgrades. The competitive landscape is emerging, but still pretty barren, if you ask me. Pharmacological therapies don't exist for TBI. They do exist for Alzheimer's disease, but let's all be honest, they don't actually work. They don't actually improve memory. They just prevent decline for a very short period of time. Brain-computer interfaces. This is a brain-computer interface technology, but all the other brain-computer interface companies are going after motor impairment. Synchron, Neuralink, Paradromics. Nobody's going after memory. We're the only BCI company targeting memory loss. And finally, external brain stimulation devices, of which there are many, have not provided consistent evidence of efficacy. And the bottom line is the physics will always show that implanted devices can sense brain activity and deliver stimulation much more precisely than any non-invasive external device. So we believe a key part of our competitive advantage, in addition to focusing on our core competencies of memory and the brain, we have a connected device platform that's going to generate massive clinical data sets that will power the next flywheel of therapy innovation, not only for Nia, but for our partners. Each patient will generate gigabits of data that will, of brain data that you can correlate with behavioral tracking to identify the next generation of neural therapies. Our commercialization, we've prototyped the technology. We're headed towards V&V later this year. We're raising a small pre-A round to conduct the V&V activities leading to IDE approval. And then we'll conduct a larger Series A to conduct the first clinical trial, a feasibility, multi-center, double-blind IDE study, and then a Series B for the pivotal trial and beyond. We've assembled a very powerful technical team at this point with leaders from with significant Medtech experience, neuroscience, and development experience. And we have advisors that are leading neurologists, surgeons, and executives coming from Nevro, Rutgers, UCLA, and UT Southwestern. So that's our story. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you.